Hey guys, it's me, Matches. Back in another video. Today, me and my friends will be talking about our personal best 3 attackers in the world at the moment. So at number 3, I have Marcus Rashford, and number 2, I have Erling Haaland, and at number 1, I have no other than Harry Kane. So I chose this off matches and other stuff like that, and not from some like apps or anything. So if you want to start talking about your list, you can right now.
So I also picked these off of my personal preference and what I saw from matches, and we researched the statistics afterwards so that, you know, we can make this video. And for number 3 on my list, I picked Timo Werner. For number 2, I picked Kylian Mbappe. And for my first place player, I picked Heung-min Son.
Alright, so you will be explaining his stats right now.
So Werner, I think that he was personally the best player on Chelsea, and he really brought them up from a bad season last season. So Werner got 4 goals and 3 assists in 13 games, or in 1,000 minutes. But he also had 393 passes and 315 completed passes, giving him an 80% passing accuracy. He is a really good, solid all-around player, and though he doesn't score all the goals, he is making a lot of team plays, and he's a really creative player. He knows how to get himself out of tough situations, and he can really get the ball rolling whenever he's in a tight spot.
So yeah, that was his description. So it might not take the whole time that it's showcasing Werner's, but we just about got enough time. So it's gonna be my turn with Marcus Rashford. So, Marcus Rashford, he has played 1,174 minutes, and he got his team he helped his team, Manchester United, to 3rd place in the Premier League with 5 goals in 12 appearances, 4 assists, and his passing accuracy is 82%, and he's made 399 passes, but has only completed 327. In my opinion, he's my favorite English player, and yeah, I really respect him as a player, and with what he's doing in the United Kingdom, and he's just a really good person and a really good player, and that's why I chose him for my team. So now, since I didn't finish it, it's just gonna go and show some clips, so enjoy. Okay, so now it's your turn to describe Mbappe.
Mbappe has 11 goals and 4 assists, which is 15 goal contributions in only 800 minutes. And he's only played 8 games, with 4 of them just coming on as a sub. And he has slightly better passing accuracy than Werner, with 315 total passes and 257 completed passes, giving him an 82% passing accuracy. And Mbappe has been doing really well in the past year, but I think that this year was an amazing year for him. And it's a great start to the season. And though they might be 3rd place in the league, I feel like Mbappe can single-handedly bring the team back up to 1st place and get them another league title, like they always do.
His celebration is subdued against his former club, but the finish.
Okay, so it's my turn to speak about Erling Haaland. Oh my goodness, his stats are crazy. So he's played only 683 minutes, which is 7 matches. He's gotten 10 goals and 2 assists. He has 74% passing accuracy with 134 passes and 102 completed. Borussia Dortmund set at 5th place in the Bundesliga, and yeah, I think he's had an injury or so, which brought his stats down a bit, and which is why he hasn't played much matches and stuff like that. But he's really one of my favorite strikers in the world right now. Like, I literally really enjoy watching him, and yeah, I just respect him as a player. And he's still in his early years, so he still has way more time to improve, which could be very lethal to other teams playing against him in the future. Because as you see right now, he's a big talent, and he has time to sprout. So
Finally, Heung-min Son. The only reason I place him above Mbappe, which might be kind of controversial, is because he is doing pretty well in the hardest league in the world, the Premier League, playing against top teams such as Manchester United and City and Liverpool. He's really keeping it up. He has 11 goals and 4 assists, which is the same amount of goals and assists as Mbappe. But he does have 500 more minutes at 1,230. And he has 368 passes and 306 completed, giving him an 83% passing completion, which is the best out of the 3 players. He's a really good playmaker. Like Werner, he can really pass the ball around. He knows where his next touch is going to go. He can always slot the back. He can always slot the ball in the back of the net whenever his team needs it most. And he's a really solid pick. He's really good with all other players, and I feel like he can play really good with them.
Alright, so the last player that we will talk about before the actual debate is Harry Kane. This man has played 14 matches, which is 1,338 minutes, with 9 goals, 10 assists, and with 71 passing accuracy, which is not very good, but he has 345 passes, and only 244 of them are successful. And Tottenham sit at 6th place, but it's a very tough, it's a very tight league, which means like the gap between the 1st place and 6th place, which is Tottenham, is very equal. So yeah, I would say Kane is just something else this season. Last season he may not have showed it as much, but this season him and Son are just amazing. So I'll be saying why I think Rashford's better than Werner, and you will argue that. But I think Rashford is better than Werner because Rashford can show up in the big matches. He can show you all his views. And he can show up in the big matches. And he just all around So you argue that.
I believe that Werner is just a better team player who works better with his teammates, and he doesn't go for more solo and flashy plays. He passes around and he takes the slow route, and he's a more passive player than Rashford. He can score whenever he wants to, and whenever his team needs him most, he will show up.
Alright, so we'll be comparing Haaland and Mbappe right now. So, Haaland, he's just amazing, even though he's got 2 injuries. And, 7 matches, 10 goals, 12 assists. Well, direct goal contribution, which is absolutely insane. For only like a teenager or just a 20-year-old, and he wishes Dortmund got to place. I think they can pick up with Haaland's help, and
I believe that Mbappe, with his more solo goals, even though it's an easier league, he does have a lot of goals compared to a lot of his teammates on the same team as him. He does love solo goals, and he could work well with his team, but I think that he prefers his solo goals. And yeah, as a young prodigy, he can really ride more than he can now.
Alright, so I think Kane is better than Son, because Kane is a striker but still has more assists than goals, meaning he's not a really striker like most of them. And even though Tottenham, the same team, are in 6th place, I think they can both.
I think that Son having only 14 matches with 15 goal contributions, playing on the wing as a passer, as a creative playmaker. He knows where his next touch will be, and he knows exactly where to place the ball to get the best power. And he knows exactly what to do whenever he gets the ball on his feet.
Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like, subscribe for more videos like this. See y'all next time.